it's Moose, and thank you so much for joining me back here today. We're going to do another book talk, another Hooked or Booked. I've just decided to stop doing spoiler-free reviews. I don't know, I just want to talk about stuff and let you know what I thought about those particular things. So, spoiler alert. Today we are going to be talking about Cruel Beauty. This book has been on my shelf for years, maybe like 4 years, and I just recently got to it. I literally just finished it like 20 minutes ago, you know, so I just got to it. It's been on my shelf for a couple years, and I have to say I was a little disappointed. For those of you who don't know, this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite princess. It's my favorite Disney story, I guess you could say. So anything Beauty and the Beast retelling, I'm kind of excited about. However, I was disappointed in this. So the story starts out with this girl named Nyx, and her father made a deal with a demon, kind of, and in return for his wife having children, one of them had to marry the demon when they were old enough. So after he makes the deal, his wife has twins, Nyx and Estrella, and then his wife dies. So because his wife dies, and because she died because of the bargain that he made with the demon, he trains Nyx in the ways of how to kill the demon to get revenge for his wife. And it's perfect since one of them has to marry the demon anyways. So Nyx is chosen to marry the demon, and in the meantime, she's trained on how to kill him, supposedly. However, that doesn't work. I just want to read the blurb for it on the front. Her mission was to kill him. Her destiny was to love him. And if that's not cliche, I don't know what is, right? But I was going to give this book a chance, and I really did like it at first. Until about 100 pages in, I was really into it. I thought it was really interesting that she was trained to kill him, and that maybe it was going to be a little more hardcore than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be not as PG as I expect from a YA novel. That's not the case. It does allude to some stuff, but it's never very explicit. And like I say, the more it goes on, the less I like it. So Nyx is sent to live with the demon, and at first she hates him, but he's like a quirky, like, anti-hero kind of guy, and she eventually falls in love with him. And so she's torn, like, should I kill him or should I not? Like, selfishly, I want to be with him because I love him, but my sister needs me to kill him. Like, I need to get revenge from my mother and all of this kind of stuff. And throughout the novel, there's Ignifex, which is the beast, I guess you could say. He's the demon lord. And then there's Shade, which is the prince who was imprisoned within the castle. So Ignifex and Shade are essentially the same person. They were just split apart. So Ignifex is like the evilness that was in the prince, and then Shade is what's left over. You know what I'm saying? So at the end, when she finally does kill Ignifex, because she does, which was predictable, but when she does, the two come together to, you know, join the prince back together into a whole person, which I saw coming too. Like I say, at the beginning of this novel, I thought I was really going to like it. I really enjoyed like the first 100 pages of it, but as it progressed, I found myself liking it less, and I didn't really want to pick it up. The more that I read, I was just kind of done with the story. I feel like the concept was very interesting, and the writing wasn't even terrible. I really don't know why I didn't like this book that much. I just didn't. I thought a lot of it was kind of cliche. A lot of it was pretty predictable. I felt like the ending was lackluster. I felt like maybe, I don't know, the longer the story progressed, it kind of felt more rushed, if anything. And I don't feel like there was enough character development. So one minute, you know, Nyx is completely against Ignifex. She completely hates him, and she's determined to, you know, complete her mission and kill him and get revenge for her family. And then the next, she's in love with him, and she's just distraught. Like, I still have to kill him, you know, like this kind of stuff. And then Ignifex himself, like, he's pretty cruel to begin with. He's definitely an anti-hero. Like, he still kind of makes Nyx want him, but in like an anti-hero kind of way. But essentially, like, by the end of the novel, that's just completely out the window. He doesn't keep that facade up very long. So he just kind of turns into a soft person, which doesn't make sense considering he is... Oh gosh. So by the end of the novel, he's not that demon, mean person anymore. He's just a guy. He's just someone that Nyx loves and that loves her, which doesn't really fit in with the whole evil side of the prince kind of backstory, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, if a person was split in half and one half of that person was demon and evil, where does love fit into that? And at the end, he stops making deals with people in a demon type way, you know what I'm saying? He quits bargaining with people. So the character development didn't make much sense to me. I thought some of the story elements were kind of intriguing, but the ones that were intriguing were not the ones that were expanded upon. The author went into way more depth on stuff that wasn't important or interesting. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being a little harsh. I don't know. I think my taste has changed since I bought this book. I feel like if I'd read this book a couple years ago, I would have really enjoyed it. But as of right now, I don't recommend it. I didn't think it was that good. Like I say, it was a little bit of a struggle for me to get through it. It took me over a week to read this book, and it's not a very big book. It's only a little bit over 300 pages. And I didn't expect it to take me more than a couple days, but like I say, it took me over a week to read this. Other than that, I really don't know what to say about it, other than to say that it's booked. Like, it can get out of here. I don't recommend it. I'm not hooked on this book. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Maybe you'll like it. Again, it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So, you know, if you're into that, maybe you'll like it. It just wasn't enough for me. The character development was too drastic, you know, with the character being one way 1 second and then the complete opposite the next. It was just wasn't for me. That's all I really had to say about this book, though. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit subscribe down below. Leave your comments if you've read this book. I am curious as to how other people felt about it, because I did buy it based on the recommendation of a booktuber. So I don't remember, like I say, I bought it a couple years ago, so I don't remember if that booktuber actually liked it or not. I just remember them mentioning it in a video, and I like Beauty and the Beast, and I like Beauty and the Beast retellings usually, so I figured maybe I would like it. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But if you have read it, let me know what you thought down below. Be back here next time, guys. See ya! Self-liking it less.